at the lyric filter.
We're making a brand new adaptation of the classic story of the Three Little Pigs, and we are bringing in children to work with us in the process. We're actually working with 3 schools altogether, one here in Bridport, one over in Poole and another group in Plymouth. It's taking us over a year to make the show, and the show will be at Lighthouse this Christmas, and it's going to have a big national tour, and their names will be in the programme as the writers on our project. So we've sort of hired them as part of our professional creative team.
We're going to be collaborating. I don't know, does anyone know what that means?
We are just adding ideas and making it even better, like add more description.
Can you imagine a scene in the show where the 3 little pigs are sort of reminiscing, they're thinking back to when they lived at home, and they're thinking about the things from home that they really miss.
Anna, who's our writer-in-residence, worked with Leland to write a couple of pages of script that we could very quickly put on its feet, i.e. give it to the actors and try it out live and see what happened.
I mean, that might be enough.
That's good.
It was your fault, Michael. No, it was your fault, Jeffrey.
It was really interesting, actually, because the actors did a great job of it. I could feel his frustration a little bit that it wasn't quite how he wanted it.
You know what, how do you say it if someone's like really annoying you?
It was such a brilliant, rich conversation to have with Leland and with the actors and the other people in the room as well around that, and how, what do? Do you use punctuation? Can you underline things? For Leland, but also for me as well, it was like, oh, actually, we probably need some stage directions in here.
Yeah, it gets on your nerves, but if it gets on your nerves, you're going the right way. It's been really cool.
All the other children come in on Zoom every day. If they want to, it's completely optional. But we will also have opportunities where the children revisit the rehearsal process at different stages.
So we're in Plymouth in the TR2 space, which is part of Plymouth Theatre Royal. We've been working with 3 young people from Woodland School. My particular bit that I was doing with them is I wanted to remind them of the story, because we haven't seen them for a while, but also to start thinking of the characters of the 3 little pigs.
Too much TV.
Watching too much TV, sitting in the
Hot tub
too long. We looked at why they might, been chucked out of home by their mother, and tried to get the children to think of why their mothers might want to throw them out. Too much partying and barbecuing.
Yeah.
Too much barbecue!
Yeah, we like that.
What do pigs barbecue?
We tried out the children's writing with the actors, which I think they found kind of like astonishing.
They hadn't done another barbecue, Trevor, because they had to have barbecues every day.
I can eat what I want and when I want. I could go to McDonald's. Or fish and chips. Or sausage rolls.
For me, as somebody who works in writing with young people, that is such a gift to see what writing can be.
We're here in Poole, in the Lighthouse, in the studio, which is a really interesting little space, and one of the spaces that the Three Little Pigs is going to tour to.
We were trying to figure out a song that we could add in the play when the pigs are packing to run away from the wolf.
They don't eat pigs, they eat cherry pies. They like cherry pies.
And do that one and then one do that one.
Wolves are nice, wolves are nice.
They don't eat pigs. They eat cherry pie.
They're so good at just generating material that we'd be like cerebrally like scratching our heads about, and they just go, oh well, blah, blah, how about this?
We've got Leighton's ladder because on the first Zoom session he was climbing up a ladder. So now they've added a ladder into the show.
So it's possible to have a little puppet world up there.
It has to be quite a flexible set, this one, because it's touring to sort of cross-arch theatres, and this is the most sort of unusual layout of spaces that we've got on the tour.
The process with Stuff for Nonsense is I'm in kind of from the first meeting, and I bring lots of things to make things out of really quickly so we can try out ideas, and once we've got like 2 or 3 sessions of R&D behind us, then we can start actually making the puppets and the props that we think we might need and get more of a clear picture of what the design's going to be.
It makes me feel like really proud because some of our ideas are actually used that will probably be in the actual play. And then our names get used in the credits, which is really cool.
So yesterday we played with the ending. It's a secret. Don't tell anyone.
This is day 4 at the National Theatre Studios. So for me, it's day 4 with the company as well.
We've had 3 days without the kids being in the space, so I have been like, we haven't checked back in with them, so it was good to have them back in the room today.
We made a song with Jeremy, which was really good because there was like lots of different styles of songs and we got to kind of pick which one we liked best.
Little pigs, won't you let me come in? Your turn, everybody. We wonder whether this song is like the pigs reciting or singing back all these bits of advice or all these mechanisms that they may need to do.
Go into a public library, then they have to be quiet so they can't eat you.
We gotta hide in a public library or somewhere suitable and practical to hide us 3.
We got into groups and then we got to kind of like make up a scene after we've just been kicked out of the house. It was the people from other schools as well. It's kind of strange meeting new people for the first time, but they were nice.
And that's enough. And I ain't calling your bluff.
We went into the Olivier Theatre and we got to go on the actual stage.
They're in the process with us making a piece of theatre that they can't see yet because it's not finished, but then they go to the National and see, that's what it can look like on stage, on a big stage.
This week is our final week of completing the show. So we arrived in Eastleigh on really early Monday morning and today is Friday. We had the 3 writers from St Mary's came back the week before last because we really wanted to share as much of the show with them as we could. And we haven't seen them since we were at the National Theatre in London, so it's been a little while.
We've kind of managed to do a run-through of the whole show, and instead of being 60 minutes long like it's supposed to be, it was like 90 minutes.
Oh my god.
That was really wonderful to bring them into the space and go, here are the ideas that you came up with, what do you think? What's happened through the process of their writing is we've just really honed it.
There are trotter prints up the wall.
We left trotter prints on the wall.
Drawing moustaches on the family photographs.
Drawing moustaches on my family portraits.
Mum's antique vase.
Broke all the vases.
Barbecuing all the time.
Any other parental advice?
Mum told us we must never admit to being pigs in case there's a wolf hiding nearby that we haven't noticed.
I love the idea of these animals escaping from the zoo, and maybe that's where the wolves come from.
Good idea. That was Lola.
Thank you, Lola. You've solved a problem there.
I think it's come along really well, considering at the start it's just like practically nothing when they first came into our school.
This is so amazing because I thought I never got picked.
Love it. I love it.
Having worked with Stuff and Nonsense for like 9 or 10 years now, we thought we were playful, and then having the kids there and their ideas and just their sheer joy of amazement of it was really lovely.
I think it's kind of transformative, actually, when they see their ideas being respected and tried out. I think they will remember this for a long time.
Sometimes work can exhaust you, make you tired, but in here, when you work, it makes you more excited. It's the opposite of work. So, thank you for saving us from school.
Thank you so much, and you do it like every single day.
Well, we wish we could.
The pool cohort and the Bridport cohort are going to come and see the show at Lighthouse Pool, and the children from Plymouth that have been writing with us, they're going to come and see it at Easter at the Theatre Royal Plymouth. And they're going to be our guests of honours because they've worked so hard. We could not have made this show without them. It is their show.
We're pigs on our own now, Mum's kicked us out. We don't have our train set, we'll follow our snouts. There's a howl on the wind as we head down the line, yet the moon's shining bright on this darkest of times. right around